I think the majority of the population in a community envision a homeless person as the people they see on the streets with the grocery carts or standing on the corners asking for money.
I thought they looked like the mentally ill, the drug addict, the alcoholics. I didn't think homeless women looked like me.
One of the things that we like to share about WISEPlace is that you just think you know what a homeless woman looks like.
My name is Carol Thompson, and I am WISEPlace.
My name is Janice Young, and I am WISEPlace.
I'm Gloria Orozco, and I'm WISEPlace.
WISEPlace is a transitional shelter, so we're a place where a woman who has no place else to live comes and stays for 6 months to a year. The women who come through our doors come from every walk of life, come from every community in Orange County, but something has happened in their lives and they end up with no place to live.
I grew up here in Southern California in what appeared to be maybe a typical family environment. I went into business for myself. I purchased some property, a house and some income property. Life was good for many years. And then one day, things weren't so good anymore. I found myself not able to get a job. I don't know if it was the economy. My tenants couldn't pay rent. You know, one day I had a large house with many rooms, apartments to rent out to people, and then the next day I looked up and then I had to sleep in a Volkswagen.
I grew up in a very strong, healthy, loving, nurturing family. My sister, who was a very important mentor in my life, was diagnosed with breast cancer. My sister died in my arms. Then my mother was suddenly diagnosed with pancreatic cancer. And she lived 2 weeks after she was diagnosed. Shortly thereafter, my brother was hit by a driver under the influence. Then he passed on. So at this point, I had no more family left. The impact of all of it was too much too soon. It just was financially overwhelming. By the time everything was said and done, there was nothing left.
When a woman first comes into our program, there's a combination of depression, just sorry that it's come to this. It all seems kind of daunting at first, and they know that they have to get a job, and so it kind of becomes a little overwhelming. And so to a certain degree, for the first couple of weeks, they kind of look like deer in headlights.
When I came to WISEPlace, I didn't speak English. I was like, I didn't know what to do. I didn't understand the people. At first, I felt alone. People would be speaking in English, and I would be like, are they talking about me?
We have our rooms, and we share them with a roommate. And that by itself was quite a challenge because I'm used to having my own space. Every resident is required to do a tour. That was a little bit hard to get used to, too.
I think my first chore was sweeping the sidewalk in front of the building and keeping the outside of the building area clean and tidy.
The other thing that was very difficult to get used to is for somebody to tell me that I had to be in by 10 o'clock at night. And I'm going, I'm a grown woman.
Over time, they recognize that we're not here to hurt them, we're here to help them.
Then I learned how to speak English, and I didn't feel alone anymore.
So little by little by little, I started feeling like I was living again.
Frequently, when you say shelter, people think of a big room with 26 beds in it. And that's not WISEPlace at all. We have a very nice facility.
It was clean, it was warm, it was welcoming.
My name is Gloria Ruiz, Facilities Manager here at the WISEPlace. I've been working here almost 9 years, and I love my job.
We have double occupancy rooms that remind me a lot of my dormitory back 100 years ago when I went to college.
Then she took me to the dining room. I was fed a hot meal.
This is our kitchen. I prepare dinner so that when they come home from work, they have a nice hot meal.
We have a couple of lounges and an outdoor lounge where the residents can go and relax.
I love the computer room.
Computers, printers, fax machines, everything that I needed to get my life in order to get back on my feet.
They have a room with clothing and shoes and things like that for interviews.
People donate a lot of these clothes. There's casual clothes, there's street clothes, there's clothes for employment.
It's their home, and we work hard at making it feel and look like a home, not like a shelter.
WISEPlace is very nice. It's like a big house.
The Steps to Independent program was set up in 3 phases.
The first stage in their program, there's going to be a lot of emphasis on, first of all, just goal setting. Each woman has a case manager. When she first comes into the program, she, along with her case manager, decide what her goals and objectives for her time in the program are going to be.
As part of the interview process is really to work with you and to see what your needs are, to see if those are needs that they're going to be able to help you with.
Sometimes it's talking about very personal things if we have women who have come from domestic violence backgrounds or substance abuse backgrounds, and sometimes it's just keeping the plan going.
We also have an employment program. Most of the women who come into our program either are unemployed or underemployed. We do provide a really pretty broad-scale program in terms of resume writing, interview techniques, Dress for Success. We give them the tools that they need so that they'll be able to go out and get a job. In phase 2, having started some sort of savings program, they have to have a budget.
When you start work, then you have put a certain amount away into a savings plan every month. It's required of every paycheck. You have to put a certain portion of your paycheck into the savings.
And then phase 3 is the last phase before we expect them to start getting ready for graduation, start getting ready for where they go when they leave here.
This is the primo of the programs, and it's because of the staff.
The staff at WISEPlace greeted me with open arms.
I can't speak highly enough about the staff here. Every single person who comes through these doors is so dedicated.
Everyone was helpful, everyone was kind.
They live it 24 hours a day, including the weekends.
People who do whatever it takes to make WISEPlace work.
We really rely very heavily on volunteers to supplement our staff, and the volunteers do everything from answer telephones to do our house meetings. We have people who come and paint our building, others who come and decorate our building.
The volunteers who give of themselves feel wonderful about what they are doing because they see firsthand the difference that WISEPlace makes in women's lives.
They come in depressed, terrified, even afraid to make a mistake, and they leave confident knowing that they may not have it all together, but they certainly have it a lot more together than they did when they walked through these doors.
The graduate showers are usually a lot of fun. We get together, we eat, we celebrate our successes.
For me, it was sad because I was like, I don't want to leave WISEPlace because I was like, it was my home.
When I graduated from WISEPlace, I was bursting with joy inside. I was proud of myself. I was thankful. Both of my children sat next to me at my graduation. Both of my children came back into my life. Both of my children were proud and happy to have their mom back.
One of the things we really like to do is keep track of our residents after they graduate.
Right now I'm studying, I'm attending college part-time, and I'm working at the same time as a receptionist in a nursing home. My big dream is to become a lawyer.
I am the resident member of the board of directors. I am the editor of the WISEPlace alumna newsletter.
It will be a year now that I've been at the same company, and it's doing well, and I'm happy there. They're happy with me. Still financial struggle, that's not going to go away anytime soon. That's going to be there for a while.
I can't say that everyone, once they've come through their doors, live happily ever after, because many of them have setbacks. But the thing that they invariably say after going through WISEPlace is that they have the self-esteem, they have the confidence, they know how to get back up. We really invite everyone to be part of the solution of saving women's lives, one woman at a time. And there's so many ways that you can get involved. You can either come and donate a couple of hours a week answering telephones, or you can give financial support, which is always important.
It restores my faith in humanity and in God, to know that people are willing to give of themselves, of their financial resources, of their time, of their energy, to make sure that this program stays in place to help women who need it.
I feel proud of them. I feel God will bless them.
To share how much love you receive when you're here, and the people that unconditionally say, we're always here for you. We are always here for you. We do love you. We will always love you. That was what kept the fire going, that said, you are loved. The world may say that you're a loser right now, but we say you're a winner. And we're walking that winner's line with you. And they do. And they do. I wouldn't have made it without WISEPlace. I really would not have made it. I know that in my heart.